Hello and welcome back to another speed build. My name's Jess and today I'm building in Brindleton Bay on a 30 by 20 lot, and today's build is just a gorgeous family home. I actually did theme this to be a little bit holiday inspired, and I built it with Frosty the Snowman in mind. So it was actually an idea that my sister gave me to do a build that was kind of Frosty inspired. So that's what I did, and I'm honestly so happy with how this turned out. I think it looks so great. And so just kind of funny how inspiration strikes and you can end up with something you really like. But you can definitely see I'm going for a white color palette, and that will continue through the interior. I definitely wanted to make this feel warm and comfortable, but have like a cool element to it. Like cool temperature wise. And it was funny because as I was building, I currently have snow in my area, and so like I'm looking out and I can see snow, and building this house with such a bright white color palette made me kind of cold as I was building it. So I thought I like was able to accomplish what I was going for, but I thought that was funny as well. So you can see I'm just lining the path with some rocks, and I just thought that looked cute, so I wanted to add that in. And one thing I wanted to be sure to do was make sure that this lot looked great in any season. Of course, I was building it with winter in mind, but I wanted to be sure that it would look nice in summer and spring and fall as well. So you can see I'm adding in a lot of greenery, and then because this is a more like wild lot, kind of out in the more foresty type area, I did want to add in a few items that made it blend in. So I used those daisies and some grass to just make it look like there's just some things growing from the kind of foresty type area around. And I'm so happy with how this landscaping turned out. I think it's so cute. And one thing I will mention before I forget is I do furnish the outside of the lot, but I had an issue with my recording, and so you won't see it in the build, but you'll see it in the final shots. And of course, if you download this gallery, it will be all furnished and no problem. So kind of a bummer because I really liked how the exterior turned out, but sometimes these things just happen and I just wasn't going to re-record it. It just takes so much time that I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But you can see now we're working on the interior and getting the layout all figured out, and now working on the living room. So you can definitely see the stark white color palette that I was going for, and I just think that it ended up so beautiful. And it was really interesting to actually try and build with just white colors in the game, just seeing what we have available. Yeah, it was just showed me a lot of different items and swatches that I maybe have never used before, which is always fun as a builder to just discover a few new items, or I guess a few new swatches that I think would work really nicely. And hopefully I'll keep them in mind for other builds. So you can see in the kitchen, of course, I'm cluttering it up just a little bit. And I have to say I was so grateful for this cottage living counter set. I don't think this kitchen would have like looked as good without it. And it just was that perfect balance between a little modern and still like having that cottage cabin kind of feel to it. So yeah, just so happy with it. I love that pack. Definitely would recommend it if you don't have it. And as someone who is almost purely a builder, I actually did do a ton of gameplay with that pack. So yeah, couldn't recommend it more. But now we're moving on to the parents' room. And one thing I did want to mention is this, like I had mentioned, this is kind of holiday themed, and I'm very much in the Christmas spirit. And if you do follow me on any of my other social medias, you might have seen that I've been posting quite a bit for like Christmassy type builds, just small ones. And if you are interested, feel free to check me out I'm pretty active on Twitter and Instagram, and I actually just made a TikTok. So I've been making a few little builds, like stop motion type builds, and sharing them there. And I'm really proud of them. It's definitely like a different skill than doing a speed build. So it's been like kind of fun to learn and break up the monotony of doing a speed build twice a week. Sometimes it's just a lot of the same pretty often. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. So definitely feel free to check me out, or if not, that's totally fine. I'm SimmeredJess everywhere on the internet, so hopefully it's easy to find. But you could see we did a little bit of the kind of, the landing type area, and then the little bathroom upstairs. And now we're working on the toddler's room. So I wanted to be sure that there was kind of two different kinds of rooms. So one of them is a toddler's room and the other one is a teen's room. But of course you could have a child move in if you wanted to. And I was happy to use this bed from the Pastel Pop kit that we just got, and I think it is an interesting addition to this build because it doesn't quite match the aesthetic, but I thought that would be perfect for a teen's room. Yeah, but that actually means we're coming close to the end of the build. So I just want to thank you so much for watching and your support here on my little channel on YouTube. I hope you're having a great holiday season if you celebrate. If not, I hope you have a great day. Bye.